everyone wants to be in the comment section talking about, oh, Drake said that first. Top 2 and not 2. So did Russ. So did a few other people. But I'm not saying it to be the first one to say it. I'm saying it because I really fucking mean that shit. I'm top 2 and I'm not 2. So get the fuck off my dick.
The One More Time Music Podcast. Genuine conversations with genuine people about music. Hosted by Henry with a 3 and Playback Ben.
We're from Beamer Coops to Pencils. Don't want this to end, so part that one more time. Part that one more time. Part that shit like one more time. They part that one more time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another episode of the One More Time podcast. I'm your host, Playback Ben, here with my co-host.
Henry with a 3, because Henry with an E was already taken.
Henry with a 3. Who do we have in the hot seat today, my friend?
Welcoming in on episode 67 of the One More Time podcast, ad-lib king and legendary hip-hop recording artist, it's NBA Youngboy.
Hey, listen, I done got that shit so many fucking times.
You have?
That's crazy.
Good, I nailed that one.
God, when he told me that was going to be the roast, I was like, perfect.
Spot on.
He never agrees with me, so when he
You gotta use
agreed...
the perfect picture though. Like you gotta use the perfect angle of my face and the perfect picture of him, and you'll be like,
We'll get Ben to edit that into the episode right here.
Thanks for always offering up my editing skills that are very mediocre.
No problem. I'm trying to push you.
In all seriousness, we do have a dope recording artist here out of Atlanta, Georgia. We got the letter M in the motherfucking building.
Yes, Eastside General in the motherfucking building.
Eastside General.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You've made your way onto this podcast several times,
Somehow.
either in conversation. Last time, I think it was virtually, you were taking a shit on us.
Not on us.
He said that he was. That was his, that was the
daily.
Okay, daily.
He was shitting on everyone daily.
Okay,
Daily.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a FaceTime conversation with Surf.
Yep.
Go check out that episode. I might put it up
Top right corner.
Rage Angel.
Yeah. So how do you know Mr. Surf Malone, as you call him?
Man. Yeah, I coined that nickname, so anybody that uses that know that came from the Eastside General.
It's perfect.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. I like using it, but I do feel like I'm like biting it. Is it cool if I call him
I
that?
don't care if anybody calls it. Just, pay homage sometimes.
Okay,
You know what
I
I'm saying? Just if anybody asks, this is where you got it from.
It's
you know
from
what I'm
letter
saying?
M, for sure.
Yeah, that's it. But I met him like I want to say 5, 6, maybe 7 years ago now.
Okay.
Like we was on the same bills back at like Liquid Lounge, back when it was called Liquid Lounge. I don't even know what they call it now.
Yeah, it's something else.
Yeah, we was on the same bill, and this drummer Nemo, we had the same show, and we both got the crowd like crazy lit, and we kind of just looked at each other across the room like, I respect you. You know what I'm saying? And we chopped it up shortly after that, followed each other on Instagram, and we was boys ever since. Like just kind of, showing love, support here and there. It wasn't like heavy or nothing like that. But over the years, fast forward to when we did Break From Atlanta. Yep. That's when we like really got close. That Break From Atlanta song just kind of like sparked something I don't think a lot of people talk about on like this scene, with all the new up and coming artists. I feel like it sparked something as far as like the unity in the scene. Because them seeing me and Surf get together, and we was kind of like that next wave of artists that was about to hit. It was kind of like, okay, all right, we know it's about to happen. So.
And we were talking before the cameras turned on about how Atlanta is kind of seeming to have these little moments of unity. We're kind of coming together a little bit lately, I think.
It's needed right now. Like it's really needed, especially, them taking out one of our biggest head honchos, Thug.
Man.
Like, that shit lame.
Yeah.
Free the guys.
Free them, for real.
Yeah. So, you mentioned kind of this new wave of artists. Like, how are you feeling about where Atlanta's, music scene is at right now?
Shit. As long as I'm breathing, we in good hands.
I love that.
That's how I feel.
Period.
Other than Surf, who are some of the other artists that you're, kind of tapped in with, that you see, have emotion in the city?
Man, I gotta put my brothers on first. So, New Miko. Somebody y'all need to know about.
Okay.
Willis the Lion, Clue, Ace Apollo. You did what I'm saying. Them just some names y'all need to go dig up the discography on if you don't know.
Yeah, Byron works with Clue, right?
Very closely.
Yeah.
So
so I've definitely been put on Clue.
But after that, of course I gotta get Jelani and Monty in there. You know what I'm saying? Ben Riley, Muddy Maya. Like, I don't want to forget nobody. It's going to get crazy. Rob Olu, you did what I'm saying?
Oh, Rob, yeah, I haven't heard Rob in a while.
Yeah, damn,
You know what
I
I'm
actually
saying?
left Rob on red, I think. We were supposed to do an interview a while back. Sorry,
Bro,
Rob.
get Rob on.
I know.
Jeez.
Yeah, Rob is tough. Man, Rob, there's a lot of people, man.
Yeah,
I'm trying to keep up.
It's so many people that I rock with. Like, you know what I'm saying? They know who they are. I still support their shit. I post them from time to time on my timeline. Saint, can't forget Saint. Gotta get my boy Saint in there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But I really just try to genuinely support anybody that makes me feel something. It don't matter if they got 1,000 followers, 300 followers, or 10K, 80K. Like if I feel what you saying or I feel something from what you produce, I'm gonna speak on it. I'm gonna give the credit where it's due, and I might even show love to the point where I repost it and tell the world about it. But for the most part, I might just like some posts. I might just lurk, kind of just pay attention to what you're doing, because I could probably just give advice, helping you get to the point where I'm at. Even though I'm still getting somewhere, I feel like everyone should kind of drop a gem at each level, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that's what's gonna keep the shit circulating and everybody start to win in the same pace.
I feel like people are afraid to, give advice because they feel like they're not at some level. It goes back to that saying we've said before, like it only takes a 5th grader to teach a 4th grader. Like you can put people on game. There's always something, there's always someone who's not where you're at, and you can spread that love, man. I think more people should definitely get on that.
Yeah, it's just the same as like Thug wanting to know, more financial gain from Hov. You feel me? It's basically the same things that like teach me versus just watching me try to figure it out all the time. Like a lot of people like to just watch you figure it out versus just kind of, hey, if you do this might put you here. You know what I'm saying? Like even if it's just a little bit, even if it's a little bit of game,
a little
like,
nudge.
It don't take nothing but a few seconds of your time. You feel me?
Do you feel like most people are that, like have that mindset though? Or are most people guarded, want to keep the sauce to themselves?
I'm starting to realize, like, the more and more I get into the industry, that people are very guarded. Like, everyone is very guarded. Everyone kind of keeps up a certain face. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's not necessarily to be an asshole. I feel like it's more so protection because of whatever they might have, whatever might have transpired prior to them getting in the position that they're currently in, or just the relationships they had, being in the position they're currently in. Like, even me, like, it's people that act weird now with, my newfound success. You know how they say that sometimes people try to say that you changed when really it's the people around you that change due to your success. It's like people that don't really kick it with me or call me on a regular day basis be trying to be closer now or all of a sudden want to, send and exchange music or want my advice on things. It's like, when did I become this A&R?
Yeah.
When did that happen? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When I've been here all these years grinding, pushing myself, putting my name out here, show after show, week after week, you know what I'm saying? Damn near spamming people on Instagram and Twitter to just look at a link. You feel me?
Right.
Like, it was bad. You feel me? Like, so it's like for me to go through them stages to finally not be there anymore. And all of a sudden you see, certain cameos from people that you might look up to, me in the same space with them. Oh, now you respect me on that level. Right. Now you want to get advice and get gems and get features. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't treat it in a malicious way, but it's like I know how to handle those folks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, bro. I mean, just hearing you say that, like, I would feel so like some type of way, man, that I don't know if I'd be able to overcome that feeling of like, fuck you, bro. You weren't there when I was down bad, when I was, once again, spamming people just to get a fucking look from anyone, right? Like those people that come back around that weren't showing love, like even with me, grinding with the podcast and shit and starting to get, guests of a certain caliber, like I'm almost looking at like, bro, like y'all didn't hit us up when we weren't shit, you know what I mean? And so I can't imagine what it's like even being on that next level, you know what I mean? Having those people come around. So, like how do you deal with that of still wanting to be a good person? Because it sounds like you do want to give game, but I would almost be like, fuck anyone that wants the game because y'all didn't give it to me.
I mean, who don't feel that deep down? You know what I'm saying? When you feel like you an underdog, who don't feel that deep down? But I feel like at the end of the day, the mature way to move about it is moving with grace. Is more so knowing how to handle people, knowing that they don't have to be in the same space as you, that you don't have to allow them to be in the same space as you. You don't have to allow them to have the same access as other people do to you. You get what I'm saying? So I keep everyone close that I was close with before all this shit popped. And that's how it's gonna stay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody else fighting to get close, fighting to prove they a friend, fighting to prove we something. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The people that really know me for real, they don't gotta do that. They be looking at those folks weird. We laugh at y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. No, that's for sure.
What's the TikTok, the trending audio? It's on Reels now too. It's like, people be like, how come you didn't make it yet? I'd be like, how come you didn't share my shit?
Oh God.
That's nice. So we kind of alluded to this. You are the East Side General. You grew up in Stone Mountain, not too far from here.
Born and raised.
Talk to us just a little bit about like your experience growing up on the East Side, right? Because we talked about kind of the differences in the different sides of the city, right? You know, what was an East Side childhood like for you? You know what I mean? Like, just paint the picture for those that aren't even from Atlanta that, you know, might be tuning in, right? Like, what was the East Side like for you growing up?
Man, wings, ass, titties, parties, shootouts, fist fights, burnouts. You get what I'm saying? It was everything from any side. I feel like you get the same culture you get on any side. It's just in a different way. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the East Side, I feel like we don't start on the rah-rah. You feel me? It's like we get there. You know what I'm saying? You kind of trigger things or put things in position to get there. But we try to diffuse it, but you know, after a while, we don't take disrespect too lightly. You feel me? So then from there, we take it where we take it.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's anybody. But I feel like every other side probably more irrational than we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect, but they ready to shoot before we are. You know what I'm saying? We'll probably fight before we shoot sometime. Yeah. But, you know, I feel like nowadays, everybody just got their strap. Everybody ready for whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? Times change. But I feel like basically what I described it as is what you would have seen growing up. Like,
yeah. So did you ever kind of get into the street shit yourself, or were you kind of the type that, you know, like a Kendrick that was like seeing all this shit going on but wasn't necessarily like, you know what I mean?
That sounded like a Vlad type question.
We're trying to get an exclusive here.
It sounded like y'all trying to incriminate me.
We need some clickbait content.
Y'all trying to
Hey, I think the statute of limitations is long gone, but
hey man, I ain't do nothing that God didn't want me to do.
There we go. Enough said.
Period.
So, you know, when it came to the music shit, I think you spoke on this before, but like, who was the person that really pushed you to take music, you know, a career in music seriously?
So, there's a couple of people I gotta mention. So, my granddad was the first person that kind of sparked the flame in it.
Yeah. Was he musical at all, or
he didn't? Well, he was in the church choir.
Okay.
So he wasn't like, you know, trying to take it to like a high level.
Sure.
I feel like it was more so for God. But
yeah,
I feel like that sparked something in me.
Yeah.
So he kind of just planted the seed first. From there, I was like, all right, let me, you know, wiggle my toes. Let me get my feet wet. Let me see what's happening with it. And you know, he passed before I actually got to play him any of my music.
You said that in the first track of East Side General, right?
Yeah,
There's a bar in there.
Yeah, he didn't even get to hear my music. You
Yeah.
feel me? So it's just like for him to spark that and plant that seed, I feel like that holds a real big, you know, weight in my life. And then the other person I gotta give flowers to is April. She was one of the first close friends to me that I showed
April
my
Flowers.
music.
Sorry, that's kind of funny. That was a bar.
So I got down. It was like the first time I played my music for anybody. Like I sent her this remix to Ham, Kanye West's Ham. I sent her this remix that I did to it, and she was like, "I actually like this." She was like, "I feel like if you know, really focus in on it and stay consistent, you'll really be good at this." But so far, I like what you did, and all I needed was one. And from that point, I just hit the ground running. So I feel like those two instances were something that basically sparked all of this happening. Everything coming to this point.
Sure. So, you know, on the East Side, right, when it comes to the music, I feel like from an outsider looking in, like, was there a very like inclusive community where like everyone that was trying to do music was kind of, you know, rubbing elbows and like, you know, everyone knew each other and supported each other? Or like, how did you view the music community like when you started getting into it, you know, being from the East Side?
When I first started getting into it, it was very divided. It was very divided. Everyone kind of wanted to have their own stardom. Everybody kind of wanted to be their own superstar. It was very ego-oriented.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of what broke up a lot of collectives that I knew to be. Even a collective that I was part of. You know, I feel like it broke up a lot of great things that could have existed in this day and time. And I feel like now that people seeing that not being unified kind of holds you back, hinders you in a way, or kind of just leaves you in the dust, they're starting to realize, okay, I need to get closer with this person that's about to go up, or I need to try to form some type of relationship with this person that's about to take this next step. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, it don't gotta be like that when we could have just had this, you know, conglomerate to begin with. So I feel like it's an ego thing, it's pride. You know what I'm saying? I feel like early on it was divided. Now it's starting to find unity. And that's why people are starting to come up in waves where it's like, okay, these people seem like they've been friends for a long time on this music scene, but all of their music comes out around the same time. But it's because they're all like in the same friend circle or friend group, and they're all coming in each other's studio sessions, each other's shows. They're supporting, you know, whatever that artist is doing. And I feel like when you keep that stature and you keep that structure, you know, eventually the money gonna flow through all of y'all. Eventually those same fans is just gonna keep recycling through all of y'all. It's all gonna be on rotation. Everybody eating, everybody winning. Everybody eat bread. You know what I'm saying?
That people always forget, like, the world is so abundant. There's like
Success
so
is abundant.
much out there. People are afraid that if this person gets some flowers, then that's less flowers for me. No, there's so many flowers in the world.
Yeah.
And the group is always stronger than the single person.
I ain't never been one to be like, oh, me reposting somebody's shit or me resharing somebody's shit gonna take away from my shine simply because I know who I am. Is nobody that's gonna be another the letter M. You know what I'm saying? Nobody that's gonna exude nothing that I exude. You get what I'm saying? So it's like me giving 5, 15, 20 minutes of fame out my day or my time to this person ain't taking nothing away from everything I built.
Right.
People don't be realizing that.
Yeah.
And something that we talk about with the artists that we work with a lot is that like being also in this like creative circle of like-minded people, that can only help with the creativity, right?
Yeah.
Like if you create in a vacuum, like I just would imagine that your shit is not going to be as dope as it could be if you're drawing influences and inspiration, even if you're not like, you know, getting a bar from someone or getting a, you know, song idea or something, but just like the energy that's in the room when you're like in these sessions with your homies
right.
and you're all leveling up together. Like, I feel like that's just so much better than like if you're fucking by yourself and it's just you and your producer
Doing
only
it the same
one
way all the time.
Exactly,
Yeah.
man.
You could pick up some little technique from someone just being in the studio with them one time that you find is the most helpful thing to you. You know,
it's priceless, but it's better when it's like, you know, that homegrown unit.
No,
You know
for sure. For sure. So who are some of your favorite East Side artists to ever do it?
Man.
Whipping out the Jeopardy music early.
I gotta shout out FLY.
yeah,
The Swag Surfing Homies.
the group, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I gotta shout out Crime Mob.
yes,
Legendary.
You know what I'm
That was
saying?
like my childhood in a in a group.
You know what I'm saying? Stone, goddamn Saha. When I speak of Stone Mountain, you know what I'm saying? Shit, myself. I feel like at this point, I don't need to speak on me and my niggas. You feel me? Like we the new school. We the new legends. We the new superstars. We've been building this platform for a while now. So you know what I'm saying? Everyone else that had their time, they had it. I feel like I don't want to keep, you know what I'm saying, shedding light on them. I'll give them their flowers when it's time for that. Like,
for sure.
I feel like right now, it's about us.
It's a new wave.
It's a new wave.
How important do you think is it for artists to have the confidence level that like you do, right? Because we've had some artists on here for sure that have kind of like matched that energy, right? Where they're like, I'm the best to ever do it. I mean, shit, even Shad to God, like, thinks very highly of himself. And like, I think that's great. And I think hip hop specifically, that's a big part of it, right? I don't know if it's the same across other genres where like a country artist is talking that shit of like, I'm the best to ever do it, you know, but maybe I don't know much about other genres as much as hip hop.
It would be fun to hear that though.
It would.
For music to get that competitive.
So
like I would love to hear Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber beefing. Like, do you know how fucking crazy that would be? To see an Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber beef. Like, come on. Like they just beefing about who got the most hits on the charts right now, or they like who could put on the best show, and then we get like some type of tour where they're doing the verses. Like,
Yeah, they drop fucking diss tracks.
come on, man, Bieber. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Bieber Valley will cook his ass.
I don't know, but Ed though can rap.
Ed can't rap, but don't
just
play
rapped
with
on
Bieber
the
Valley.
Russ song.
On the Russ song, yeah.
Don't play with Bieber Valley, man. Let's not sleep on Justin.
No one's sleeping on Justin, but
That's
Ed
hilarious.
also.
He like Ed might cook him on.
That's hilarious.
We'll
I
have
think
to
it'd be
see
a good
that. 'Cause
competition.
I would like to see that. You know what I'm saying? Let's set that up.
Is the competitive part of hip hop something that like made you fall in love with it?
Yeah, it's a part of it. Like, honestly, early on, I wanted to be like the best rapper alive. But I feel like as I started to truly find myself all the way as an artist, that's when I realized I just want to be the best artist I can be.
Yeah.
I just want to put out the best music possible, the most timeless music possible for anyone to relate to in a therapeutic way.
I think that's how you can be the best rapper ever. Like, it's by starting with just being the best rapper you can be. I think it starts there for sure.
Yeah. Because I think best rapper also gets thrown around. I don't know if everyone actually means like the best person rap like ability wise. They still look at like just the artistry maybe when they're like commenting that. You know what I mean? But
it is art still.
Yeah.
You can't. It's an opinion at the end of the day.
It's all broken down into categories because you could talk about the best lyricist, you could talk about
Most
the best
sales.
songwriter, the best hit maker, the best,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It could be broken down in several different ways. So
Yeah.
Yep.
that's why I just say the best artist I can be.
Yeah, not for sure. So is the East Side General, is that a new AKA? Have you always had that for yourself? Is that something you want to keep long term? Like, you know.
That's my first like self-coined nickname.
Okay.
I would say as an artist, you know, in my career, because prior I was just going by like Slim, which is a childhood name. You know what I'm saying? My day ones called me that. So if anybody else called me that and I don't really know them, they're going to get a weird look like.
So can I call you that?
Are we
feel
cool
like,
now?
I feel like at this point y'all could.
Yeah. Okay.
So Slim.
So Slim, let's get to the facts.
saying?
So how has the name evolved? Because I think you've had an evolution from Slim to the letter M. How did it evolve?
And
Honestly,
I want the backstory on letter M too, because I still don't know where it came from.
So honestly, Slim, I just clearly I went with it because it was a childhood nickname. But when I truly started to dive into music and being a true student of the game, I wanted to be more appealing. I wanted to have more mystery to myself. So when I heard a name like Travis Porter, I was like, is that one person? Is it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't know. if
Three
that's
people,
one
none of them named Travis.
You know what I'm
Strangest,
saying?
most confusing brand ever. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying? Then I heard, like a P&D, Party Next Door. I'm like, okay, is that a group? Then you find out that that's one person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what if I do something like that and just bring some, mysteriousness to myself and I
Yeah.
just go by the letter M? Because, my first name is Malik. That's my real name.
Okay.
So I was like, if I just go by the letter M, like a one-man band, that'll make everyone question, like, okay, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Where did that come from? So it's like, eventually I just did some more studying on M and shit, and I'm like, oh, Roman numeral means 1,000, but that's like the level of realness I keep with my music as far as authenticity and stuff. So it's like, I feel like I just wholeheartedly embody it, you know what I'm saying? So went with the letter M. It's not as, drawn out or in depth as people might want it to be or think.
No, but I
it's
like the keeping it at 1,000.
Yeah, like-
I never thought about it that way. That's kind of
So
cool.
it's like, that's the only way that I came up with that, and I just kind of ran with it ever since, and just been building my own brand around it.
Yeah, but didn't you go by parentheses M parentheses
See, he dug it up. I wasn't even gonna speak on
before
that.
the letter
I wasn't even gonna
M?
speak on that. So
and,
that
and didn't someone say like, bro, we can't like have that on a flyer? What the fuck is that?
So,
Like,
so there was this. I think
he
it was
casually was like, yeah, it just went from Slim to the letter M, and like magically
Forget that middle part.
perfect brand.
trying to lead it out.
Yeah.
Pulled it out of me.
Well,
All
we're
right,
trying to
so-
speak on it.
So
Let's
that's
go.
that's like the 2016 era of me when I had It Was Lit. It Was Lit project out. That was what I would say is like my first body of work where I was trying to put out like an album of some sort.
Okay.
I had Young Baby Tate on it.
Shout out Tate.
YBT.
FKI first. He was, a producer.
Love first.
Yeah, so it was
Good job first.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was a pretty crazy moment in my life to put something like that out. Even the cover art was some crazy detailed animated artwork, you know what I'm saying? But the parentheses around my name was more so I thought it would have made me stand out more in a, you know what I'm saying, in a more creative way. But I realized it just made it more harder for people to find my name
Yeah.
because they like, I gotta put some fucking parentheses first and then after the M. But I was like, shit, just put the title of what I put out and then put that and then you might find it. So it was
You're
like,
asking way too much of people.
yeah, and that's what I got. That whole like 2016 to 2017 era. Like it was just like, bro, you got to change your name.
Yeah.
you got to find something better. And I was like, all right, give me some time.
Yeah, but who was one of the ones specifically? Do you remember?
I would say Mike from A3C.
Mike Wahlberg?
Mike Wahlberg.
Who was running A3C at the time.
Love
Shout out
Yeah.
Mike. Yeah. He's with Rock the Bells now,
Yes,
I think.
so
yeah.
I had this song that I performed at the A3C event that I won on the artist on stage. I think it was called.
They're like, you win.
It was on stage.
But
I won, but it was the song I did called On God. It's currently on my SoundCloud from the Cold Summer EP that's currently out on streaming still. I dropped that song, performed it. Everyone went crazy. A lot of people knew the words from me doing it at other shows.
Okay, wow.
He pulls me to the side at one of the A3C conference events and was like, why is this song not out? Like, I was like, we were trying to get somebody to premiere. We wanted to blog this
Of
and that.
course.
He was like,
Classic.
fucking stupid. He was like, it's
Yeah.
probably the dumbest thing you could have ever done.
hate
He was like,
that.
you got to put that song out right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. He was like, in your name. He was like, why the parentheses? I was like, I I thought it would make it easier for people to separate me from other people.
Yeah.
And he was like, it honestly makes it way harder to find you than anybody else. So I was like, all right, I'm all right.
And Mike's a smart guy.
Yeah, so me and my manager took heed to that, and we just changed it up once I figured it out from there, and then started to build a whole persona and image around it. And
That's hilarious. Yeah. Well, so I actually spoke with Mike about 808 Blake. We had 808 Blake on the podcast, dope producer, manages Metro Mars.
sure.
I spoke with Mike in preparation for Blake's episode. I did not know that he was the one, because I thought it was Mark Gianni.
Nah, Mark wasn't the one that said I had to change it.
Okay, so it was Mike after the A3C, because I did know it was something to do with like that showcase.
Mark probably like said something as well, but Mike was the first one to say something about it. Like I vividly remember him being the first one to say something about it.
He's the one that got you to take action.
Yeah. Like Mark probably like said something in conversation, so I won't take that away from him. But
No, for sure.
I definitely feel like Mike was the first one to be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like
For sure.
he, he didn't say that, but like his facial expression, like how he talked, it was like, what was you thinking? Like,
Yeah, he's definitely matter of fact.
Yeah.
So, the project Eastside General, coming from that, first tape that you spent some time on the cover art and like this body of work, right? Like what inspired the Eastside General project specifically, the certain song selection? Like talk to us a little bit about the creative process and like what the messaging behind that project was.
So, like I said, I went on like this journey trying to truly just find myself, not only as a person, but as an artist. And when I truly found myself, Eastside General was coined. So I was on this journey of just truly, fully coming into who I see myself to be. And I took a 3.5, almost 4-year hiatus to do it. And that's all of the music that you currently hear on that project. Like I was basically cutting, stripping, tweaking, trimming, all types of shit to put that together through, everything I was experiencing through that 3.5 year span, you know what I'm saying? And
So was it hard to take a break like that?
Not necessarily, because I was able to kind of sit back and watch everybody else and observe, everyone's trial and error, whether, it was success or whether it was a mistake. I got to see how to fully construct my own formula so I don't make the same mistakes. And
just living life. Like you have to live some life to be inspired to write about something.
more to talk about,
You
right?
know?
So
I just think asking artists to like pause and recalculate and like reset and do this for the long term, right? If you want to be a career artist, sometimes maybe it does take that. That's still maybe like a tall order for some people to, to be able to like pump the brakes. What the fuck are we doing? Who am I? What does my sound like? What am I doing here? Watch some people fuck up and succeed to learn. That's not exactly, it's easier said than done is all. I mean, just hearing it be like 3.5, 4 years, like that's
I feel like it just depends on the type of artist you are. Like with me, I just care about my music that much to where I'm not just gonna be dropping a project every week or every month just to say I can drop that much music. Like I could very well put a way bigger output than half of these artists out right now. I have so many bodies of work that I'm sitting on, but I'm all about timing and structure.
Yeah.
Like I want it all to make sense, and I want it to last. I don't want you to just hear it one week and give it praise for 2 weeks, and then next month you worry about the next artist. You know what I'm saying? I truly care about what I put out and truly care about what I say, and I'm intentional with everything. So that's why all my music comes out in spans of time. If you look at all my bodies of work and the years that they come out, it comes out in spans of time, especially the months that they drop. That's not even planned, but it just takes time because I'm like, I want it to be perfected. I want it to feel like it's supposed to come out at this point. I want it to feel like it's time for this to drop. Everything got to have a certain energy around it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why Eastside General didn't come out until 2021. And the last thing I dropped before that was in 2017, which was Cold Summer. So everyone was kind of on the edge of their seat to see, am I going to drop something worth hearing after that long? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or, damn, this shit was really worth the fucking wait. And it was really worth the fucking wait.
Period.
So you feel like the expectations that you had for yourself even were met with the...
For sure.
Yeah, okay,
shit show.
good.
Like, it was exceeded, I feel like, because I ended up getting signed after that. Shortly.
So that is...
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how the signing with Series A happened?
Basically, we dropped the standalone song Statement with the video.
Yep.
And that had kind of put social media in shambles. Like, everyone was kind of like, yo, what the fuck? This man M just said, fuck it. Like, he tired of being broke, basically. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So for those that haven't seen the video, I did have this on like, my list of things I wanted to talk about. Paint the picture of what the fuck happens in this video. This shit I'm going to definitely put it in the description for sure because the video is crazy. I left scared and I don't even know what actually I felt after this.
Man, shout out to S2S, Something to Say Productions.
Yeah, that's Kevin and those guys.
Kevin Landon, you know what I'm saying?
They're hard, man.
My guys and my team, the Key to Collective, we all got together and collectively brainstormed this idea to put together this cinematic video for this song because when I was creating the song, I rarely write music. I punch in a lot of my songs off the top of my head. You've seen me come and do it, you know what I'm saying? So it's not cap, you know what I'm saying? So this is a song that I actually sat in the back of my manager's car for maybe an hour on the way home writing. And he'd even tell you himself that his windows was fogging up from just the intensity of what I was doing. Like no bullshit. Like it sound like cat, it sound crazy, but like his windows dead ass fogging up because I was going through a lot at the time. My kid was on the way, and my girl was pregnant at the time, and I was just like, bro, I really need to put something out that's gonna just jumpstart my career in a different way. Like before I dropped this project, I was just like, I need to come out with a crazy ass haymaker, so a big swing. And I'm writing this song and I'm just going bar for bar. I'm like, man, I'm about to show niggas, like, they want to talk about rap. Like, I'm gonna show niggas what rap is. Like, this hip hop. Like, and
yeah, it's like 300 bars. I don't know. It's like 4.5 minutes of just like
bars
straight.
I didn't stop. I just
rap.
I just blacked out. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
So,
I felt like I was blacking out after the video was over.
So I blacked out, and when I went to record the actual song, my manager was sitting in a session and he's watching me record the song, and him and my producer at the time, Chris Garrett, he was sitting there, we all was sitting there just kind of in shock, like, bro, you really going the fuck off. Like this is different. Like you in a different mode, you in a different bag. I was just like, bro, I'm just tired, bro. Like I'm tired of not seeing no results from this shit. So I just started putting all the pain and passion that I was feeling in myself into this music, like letting it be more fuel than it is, what it is, you feel me? So, and all that did is catapult me. And then my manager ends up sending the song to S2S, and they like, bro, we got the perfect vision for this. Like, we about to do like some horror flick shit almost, but like, I know you're gonna like do what you gotta do in the role, but we gonna fully bring this song to life. So I ended up doing like a 2-week boot camp with my manager in the gym. That's why I look so fucking big in that video. Like we was in the gym heavy just for me to look stocky for that role, for me to seem really crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like to give off what we wanted to give off from the song, because it's exactly what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? So in the video, you see that. So that's why I look real sick in the head. I look real sicko mode. You feel me? Yeah. Like it was no games. That's just how I feel at this point. Like I ain't playing with nobody on any beat, any feature. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm out for blood. Like that's just what it is.
And there was a lot of blood in this video.
And that's what the message is behind Statement. It was, I'm out for blood. That's literally what it is. So that's why I called people out. It wasn't like I was dissing them, but it's just letting you know, like, I want your spot. That's all that was. And people, and I gotta speak on this. Everyone wants to be in the comment section talking about, oh, Drake said that first. Top 2 and not 2. So did Russ. So did a few other people. But I'm not saying it to be the first one to say it. I'm saying it because I really fucking mean that shit. I'm top 2 and I'm not 2. So get the fuck off my dick.
Damn. Y'all heard him. Y'all heard the man. So is that video, I mean, it starts circulating the internet. It's getting reposted. I mean, blogs and artists.
Academics posted it. It was everywhere. Like it just, it really just was like spreading like fucking wildfire. So that happened. And then next thing you know, Series A ends up sliding into my DMs, asking what I got going on. Do I got any labels, on the table? And I did, but, nobody was talking about anything worth hearing. And then, Series A ended up telling me, certain relationships they got. And that's how 300 came into conversation. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And we have a partnership with them where, it's a distro. You know what I'm saying? And we basically just putting this shit together. Everything I produced, they getting behind, and we just gonna go to the top with this shit.
Yeah. So it was from that video, and then so Eastside General, that was your first project via the Series A and 300 relationship?
Basically, it was brewing that whole time.
Okay,
and I put it out in the midst of all of that getting finalized.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And from there, dropped a few more visuals, like the Karma's Revenge video, where I'm fucking flying. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of cool shit started to happen in this span of time. So it was just like, it all kind of just lined up. It was almost like God kind of just moved all the chess pieces in place.
Yeah, I still think Magma is my favorite.
I love that song.
Every time.
Because that live too. I think it's just because I've seen it live.
Every time I do it live, people lose their
It's
mind.
like crazy.
I love Magma.
Bro.
Seriously,
It's so lit.
that was. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
It's
most
stand out for me,
definitely.
too.
I'm trying to get it synced so it can be like on Magma, 2K, commercials,
Yeah,
We need that.
ESPN, all type of shit like that.
I'm trying to get into sync, bro. Holler at me if you find someone that's good at getting songs placed.
sure.
So I did want to, not to, put this on a kind of deeper level, but I did want to talk about the song LLL.
Okay.
All right, because I too, have lost a loved one to suicide, and so
My condolences.
yeah. So like for you, how did you cope with losing someone who? I mean, I assume Lemon was a close friend of yours, right?
Childhood friend for sure.
Yeah.
Shit, sure. Literally, blood could make us closer.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm still coping with it,
Yeah, me too. It's like a daily fucking thing, right?
but I feel like I've learned to live with it more.
Yeah.
That's the best way I could put it. Like, I wouldn't say that I really healed. I just learned to live with it more
Yeah.
in healthier ways. Before when it first happened, I wasn't living with it healthy anyway. I was turning to every vice, every
Same, bro. It got dark.
yeah, it
for
got real dark. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like once I started to get back to myself, I just started to figure out healthier ways to live with it, and I feel like I have more happier memories when I think about it than sad ones. So I'm probably laughing with tears more than I'm crying with pain. You feel me?
Did the song help?
Yeah, it was like a to me it was more of like that sad celebration. You know how a lot of times people say they don't want you to be sad at their funeral.
They want you to turn up.
Yeah, it was like that. Like I remember before he went, he was saying that and I'm not even saying like it was in the same space of time of like around the age he passed, but like when we were younger, he would speak about not wanting his funeral to be sad and shit. He don't want people there crying and moping over his casket and shit like that. And I think I still bawled in fucking tears over his casket. But it's like after that, I was like, nah, I gotta make a song where we celebrate you. And that's exactly what I did in the video. I went and got everybody that was close to him or loved him any type of way and put them in the video to just, give him his flowers and respects is what he asked. We really went out and celebrated him, celebrated his life, celebrated everything he meant to us. And that's what that song is. It's like, damn, like I don't even want to believe this shit, but it happened. But you know what I'm saying, this what it felt like for me.
Yeah. Now I feel like that to be able to like put something out that in your mind and others, of course, is such a like great body of work, to have it be a part of like that project and live forever, like timeless through music, like that's amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't have a similar creative outlet, right, to honor, my aunt's legacy with that. But like that sounds like something that would be like very therapeutic in ways, you know what I mean? And almost like such good like homage to him,
I got so many people that come into my DMs from time to time about that one song, saying how it, helps them. You know what I'm saying? Because they lost somebody the same way or in a similar way, but it helps them.
Yeah.
And that just lets me know I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do with this music.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful side effect.
Yeah. No, I mean, even East's song, who's about his brother, that he lost to suicide at a really young age. I mean, his brother was like 12, I think, or 13. He wrote a song called Forever about that, whole experience. And I mean, to this day, he gets tons of fan outreach of being like, bro, this song, amongst others that like have that like deeper, kind of darker meaning to them. But it's real shit that everyone else, you're not the only one that's dealt with that. Like, clearly, you're sitting with the guy who has as well. So there's tons
the
of
connection.
Real. It's real.
Yeah,
it's
you know
real.
What I'm saying? It's something tangible. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? A lot of this shit be luxury rap.
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm saying? Things is not really tangible for the next person. Things is not really obtainable for the next person just yet. So it's hard for them to relate, or it's hard for them to feel something from it. You know what I'm saying? Or it's hard to even teach them something. You know what I'm saying? Music is supposed to teach you things. It's supposed to make you feel things. It's supposed to give you a message. It's supposed to show you a form of guidance in some type of way. That's why music is one of the most powerful things in the world beside money. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't think about that. People play with this shit. People who are really talented at this shit, they play with it. You know what I'm saying? They get lazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever plan to get like that. Ever. Like, I'm going to always be probably that one artist that just keeps that passion and wants to keep pushing the envelope, and y'all going to keep hearing the same hunger. Mm-hmm. And if I ever fall short of that, I'm not going to be the artist to get mad at his fans for reminding him. You get what I'm saying? Like that might be that wake up call where I'm like, oh, let me get back in my bag.
We'll point you back to this podcast.
You get what I'm saying?
For sure. No, that's huge. So, on a lighter note, I want you to tell us about Trip 9. What was Trip 9?
Oh man,
Taking you back.
who the fuck brought that up?
Taking you back, bro.
Who did you talk to
Trip
about
9.
this?
Don't worry about
That's
it.
not important.
That is wild.
Trip 9.
Y'all are like Nardwar with this shit.
I just watched an amazing Tyler the Creator and Nardwar interview. They've done like 5 interviews over the last several years, and their energy together is unmatched. But anyways, don't skirt the question. Trip 9. Tell the folks what that was.
So Trip 9 was this motherfucking dance group.
Yep. Because you're a dancing ass fool.
In
You
bro.
got
high school.
moves.
Yeah, it was this dance group in high school that I auditioned for because it was like the school dance collective, and I was like, man, I could
Unofficial.
unofficial.
Yeah.
Like it was like
Yeah, it wasn't like the Stevenson dance team. It was.
it tried to become that. Didn't
Okay.
really work.
Stevenson
out that
was
way.
like, we're not gonna
Yeah,
co-sign this.
Yeah, no, it didn't really work out that way because everyone wasn't on the same level or could keep up. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't work out that way. But it was something I was trying to showcase my skills in, and then eventually found music, and I was like, I'd rather do this.
Yeah.
Or showcase this more. So it's like I still get down, I still cut a rug. People still
Yeah.
seem to catch videos of me time to time when I'm cutting up in the club or somewhere or at a party, release party or something. I end up pulling my dance shoes back out.
Yeah.
So it happens
Even
from
when you're
time to time.
performing, I feel like that's just a great complimentary skill to have as an
happens from
artist,
time to
right?
time.
You know?
Yeah.
Try to-
Absolutely,
Chris
but-
Brown out here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, I feel
I'm
like,
on his ass. I'm on his ass.
exactly. I feel like you're coming for a spot.
Oh yeah, I keep telling people. I've been saying it since I was about 8 years old. I'm gonna have a pay-per-view battle with Chris Brown. Put up. It's gonna be like them boxing matches where y'all both walk away with money.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
Win, lose, or draw. We both walk away with some millions.
Not even a versus, a
But
full-blown pay-per-view.
pay-per-view dance battle.
Wow.
Straight like that. I'm on
It's
his ass.
happening. It's happening.
Somebody let that boy Chris Breezy know what's going on.
If you know Chris and you're
Tag
watching this video,
Chris in the comments.
Let him know already.
Yep.
I train for it. If you think I'm not worth it, I train for it. We could both get a
Dance
month worth of
training.
training. You get what I'm saying?
But like in hip hop, right? And I mean, we were even talking off camera about how like you could even be considered a rage artist in some ways, right? Like, do you find it hard to incorporate the dancing into like your image and brand at all? Like, is that like a challenge?
Not at all, because
Okay.
I've always been someone that just exudes who I am from start to finish, top to bottom, head to toe. I ain't never faked the funk with who I am. I've always been me. So people gravitate to that one aspect of me. They just like, bro, this man just wholeheartedly, unapologetically bees himself. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't hate that. And if you do hate that, fuck you. Fuck him, we ball. You feel me? Like, that's just how I feel. So I ain't never felt like I had to change myself for nobody. So I feel like that's why it's not hard for me to be me, to dance and show my funny side and then be ready to slap the shit out of somebody the next. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, I show you all of that every time you see me in person. You see the same person you see on social media, the same nigga you get in person. So people can't play with it. They can't pull my card on it. They can't call my bluff on it. They like, that's him. That's Buddy. You feel me? Like, that's just what it is.
For sure. Have you done like a, because I tried to tap into as much as I could of your, your visuals and stuff. Have you done like a dance in like your music videos yet? Or is that coming or?
It's on tuck. I ain't did it full out yet in the
Yeah, see,
video.
we need that, bro.
It's on the way, for sure.
okay.
How about TikTok? You dancing on there?
Not on my TikTok. You'll find
Bro.
it. You'll find it in my reels. On my,
But-
on
yeah,
my
but for
Instagram.
someone that's
It's
got
somewhere, it's somewhere,
moves,
it's
bro.
somewhere
TikTok
in my,
started
it's somewhere in my
with
reels.
dancing.
I know.
So look, early on, before I like rebranded my TikTok, like the way it looked, I had to basically restructure my page. I had a bunch of dance videos on there where I was.
And they weren't
doing-
hitting or what?
Nah, they was hitting.
So
It was going like I was starting to get thousands of views on there.
Yeah.
But like I took them down because my team and I had some back and forths about what my image should be, and
and that's what I meant. That's why I was kind of
of
saying, like,
So-
is that tough,
I mean, to me, it wasn't tough to show that, but my team felt like people wouldn't take me as seriously with me showing that up front before I had more of a following. So this is before the verified check, before the double digit following. So
Yeah.
it was like around maybe my 3K, 4K following mark, and
Yeah.
he was like, bro, if we gonna get out of this. Before you start showing that, we got to get people to take you more seriously. So you got to kind of take some of them down. So I was definitely posting dance videos a lot, like
Damn.
showing it a lot. But I probably
wish I would've
eventually-
seen those.
I'll start to dish it out more now. Now that I have more of a platform to where I can show, my team, like, bro, people want to see shit like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, now that I have more of that platform to stand on, you'll see it more.
I just talked with another, manager about this concept of when it comes to like artist branding, just because you can do XYZ doesn't mean that from the get-go that you need to necessarily be like leaning into all those things, right? So an artist that can make multiple types of music, it can, and like they have multiple parts of their image, it can be overwhelming and confusing for an audience to understand like, who is this guy, the letter M? So I see what they're saying. And once again, us business people like to, be very...
Bring us creatives down.
Exactly. No, it's just
they always want to put us, boy, we be stressed out.
You can't have parentheses in your name. Come on, man.
No, that was a great...
That was actually good advice.
Different.
Shout out to Mike.
I just want to be different.
But so on the dance tip, if you were to be on Dancing with the Stars, who would be your partner?
Ooh.
Who we bringing out?
Who we bringing out on Dancing with the Stars?
The letter M, and who's your partner, bro? Who's taking it to the top? Who's winning the fucking... Is it competition? I've never seen it.
Can I choose two people?
Okay.
Sure.
That's fine.
Young Baby Tate.
Shout out
Oh wait,
Tate.
Baby Tate. She took
Just
the young
Baby
out.
Tate. Yeah, she's not young anymore.
Baby Tate.
BT.
Coyle Ray.
Wow. I love it.
Feel like we'll put together, the greatest dance routine ever.
Wow. It's amazing. Speaking of Tate, you guys have tons of unreleased records, I've heard.
Maybe 4.
That's it?
Yeah, we
Someone described it as tons. I'm going to have to check that
I wouldn't
fact.
say tons.
Okay,
Maybe.
so at least a handful of unreleased Baby Tate and the letter M records.
Yeah.
What was she like though when you first met her and like first started linking up with her?
I always been ahead of her time. That's the best way I could put. She always been ahead of her time. She's always been sure of herself. She always knew exactly where she wanted to take this shit. And everything she was saying back then is everything that she doing right now. Like watching it unfold.
How's that been, seeing that career trajectory of hers?
Nothing but round of applauses.
Crazy,
You know
right?
what I'm saying? I'm just happy for her. At the end of the day, it's like all she did for me was put more fuel to my flame to where I'm like, okay, I see it's possible. Now I need to work harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just love seeing her reach each height that she's reached, even the fact that she's still going right now, because a lot of people get to certain positions that she got to and kind of just stop.
Plateau, yeah. But she hasn't done that
She
at all.
ain't did that yet.
Talk about being unapologetically yourself, too. I love her content, everything, too. Not even just her music. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the way that she's like, accepted who she is, like physically and what, like she's done this whole very like body positivity movement and stuff. Like, that, like, it's amazing to see like how comfortable she is in her own skin and like she's just unapologetically her. And it seems like you've got a lot of that in you, like the unapologetic, like I'm the letter M. Fuck it, if you like it, awesome. If you don't, fuck off. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. Like, you make it. You don't put no bread in my pockets.
right.
Yeah.
You ain't raised me.
Your
You know
opinion
what I'm saying?
does not matter.
You ain't God.
Yeah.
You
No,
don't fall in them 3 lanes. I don't give a fuck.
That's hard. So I will admit, when I first found your page, right, I saw a J. Cole follow. Bro, talk to me. I don't know if it's the J. Cole stan in me that needs this story
It
told.
is. Spoiler alert, it is.
Yeah, it is. It is. I need to know how the legend himself came to follow and be tapped in with the letter M's career. How the fuck did that happen?
Man, so I fast forward. I was in LA. I was doing some sessions, like a songwriting camp for my label. Mix of artists, mix of producers in the industry. It was real cool. It was like a dope experience. Kind of like what Dreamville did. And separate from the label, off my own face card, me and Earth Gang have our own, relationship. One half of Earth Gang, me and Doc. He had reached out to me a few weeks before this trip happened and was like, I've been following you, lurking on your page for a minute. I know you hard. I've been told you was hard. We need to work. I want to, make like several songs. Damn near like a joint project together. I'm like, nigga, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, let's do it. So we was trying to set it up, schedule it. And I was like, but I'm about to be in LA soon, so I don't know how it's going to work out. And then next thing you know, he was like, well, shit, I'm about to be in LA too. So, if you got time while you're out there, let's make it happen. So fast forward, we in LA now. And it's the second to last day I'm there before I'm about to leave, like the night before I'm about to get on the flight type shit. And he hits me around like 11:30, like, yo, you still out? You working? I was like, shit, I'm about to rap. He was like, shit, slide. He's like, Cole rented out 5 studios in Santa Monica. I was like, nigga, what? I said, we on the way. Like, I looked at my manager. I said, we on the way. So we get in our Uber. We slide. We get there about 11:45, 12 o'clock. I walk in. He's working on his unreleased record. And I'm not even supposed to be on this one. The one he sent me to open for, he ain't pull up yet. He working on his unreleased record. He come out the booth, he sit down, he like, shit, you trying to get on it? I'm like, hell yeah. Mind you, the whole time I'm in LA, I'm cutting every verse like 15, 20 minutes off the top, punching in, just going crazy. Everybody looking at me like, yo, where you said you was from again? And
Is that how you usually work? Or
Yeah,
were you just
all
like
the time.
feeling it?
All the time.
Okay, that's your usual process?
The longest it takes me to record a song is maybe like an hour to 2 hours if I'm fully focused on trying to make it perfect. But it takes me like 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops to make full songs.
I can back that up.
Like, so,
Verified.
you know what I'm saying? It's second nature to me at this point. But so he come out, he asked me if I want to do it. I knocked the verse out and they playing it back. They play it back one time and the engineer's like, yo, this nigga snap. Like, he looking at Doc like, yo, this shit crazy. And Doc looking back at me smiling because he knew what I was about to come do. So Doc was kind of like just having this sinister grin, like, I know exactly what I'm doing.
My plan is coming together.
like this evil genius type shit. So I was like, bro, I'm sitting here squinting like, bro, like, I kind of know what you're doing. So then they're about to pull up the other beat, but then Jermaine fucking Cole walks in. And I'm like, I couldn't have planned this in a million years, couldn't have guessed this in a million years. I'm sitting here like trying to keep my composure because this has been my favorite rapper since I was like 16.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here like, bro, I'm like trying to keep my composure. I look at my manager like, nigga, that's you know what I'm saying? He like, bro, so he wilding a little bit too. So we get it together because he didn't even see it yet. Like, the door opens, He walk in, he don't even like ask who nobody is. He kind of just dap everybody up. So he shakes my hand. Still spazzing as soon as he shake my hand. I'm like, bro, this nigga just touched my hand. I'm like, bro, what? So I'm sitting here, I'm like trying not to fan out. Then he's standing like right in front of me and he put his hands in his pocket. And mind you, he has the regular cold fit on, you know what I'm saying? He got the regular casual tee, sweatpants, and the Crocs. Yeah. Nothing too much. No ice, no jewels. You feel me? He's just down to earth as I thought he would be. And he's like, play it back. And I'm sitting here like, yo, this nigga about to hear my motherfucking verse for the first time. Some shit I ain't even write. Like, I'm sitting here like, bro, maybe I should have wrote. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting here like, bro, what the fuck? Like, so they play it back one time. He bob his head.
You're like looking at him the whole time. Like,
yeah,
I'm
watching close. So, you know what I'm saying? It first come on, it's playing Doc part. You know, he bobbing his head. I feel like he already knew how Doc was gonna probably come on it. But then when he got to my part, he like genuinely starts jigging and he like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? You tell he really love, he fuck with it. And then he turns around after the song go off and he's like, that was you on the second verse? And I was like, hell yeah. And then he ended up dapping me up. He was like, you smoked that shit, nigga. And then I was like,
what's your name again?
Bro, I hadn't even told him yet. Like, he's just like, you smoked that shit, nigga. Yeah. And then he turned back around. He was like, shit, play it again. So after he wants to hear it again, I'm kind of just not there anymore. I'm like, yo, this shit is different. Like, what the fuck? This is 2 days after my 26th birthday, by the way. So next thing you know, he about to leave out the studio room. He about to hit the corner. I pop out the door behind him like, yo, Cole. He turn around. He's like, what's up, nigga? I'm like, bro. I said, let me rap with you right quick. So he pull up. He was like, what's up? I was like, man, you been my favorite rapper since I was 16. I could talk forever about that shit. But right now I'm here on business. I said, 2 days after my birthday, I'm here on business with one of your artists. So you can tell I'm working. I said, if you do one or two things for me, it mean the world. He was like, what's up? I was like, you can either follow me back on Instagram or shout out my EP, Eastside General, on all streaming services. That shit'll, bruh, it'll mean the world to me right now, forever. Like, he was like, he hesitated. He shook my hand again. He was like, you smoked that second verse, nigga. Reiterated. So at that moment, I was good. At that moment, I was good. I didn't need nothing else.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm gonna follow you back though.
Okay.
Walks down the hall. I'm sitting there stuck because I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And then next thing you know, I walk back in the studio, maybe 5 to 10 minutes later, the notification come through, Real Cold World is following you. I threw my phone in my man. I said, nigga, let's go. What?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Lost my mind.
Shoot your shot, people.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah, because that wouldn't have happened if you didn't, pull
He
him
left
aside.
the room.
Yeah.
And like, it was already cool. He was already vibing to your song. Most people would borderline like stop there. Be like,
That's how I got to talk to him and tell him, I'm the letterman from Stone Mountain, and this is what I'm working on, this is what I'm doing. And he was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? That's how that happened. And I feel like, and he still follows me to this day. So it's just like, bro, that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's crazy is artists need to be prepared to give their like elevator pitch is what it's called, right? Where you have like 30 seconds of someone's time. Producers too.
Maybe
really,
less than that.
Anyone.
Maybe less than that.
10 seconds.
Some people be
who
like,
the fuck are you?
I gotta go. Like,
who the fuck are you?
Why should I care?
Why should you care? and just get the point across. Like, what kind of music do you make? Like, whatever the fuck you want to get across.
Yeah.
So you were clearly ready, bro.
Straight to the point.
Yep. And then a little call to action at the end.
Yeah.
You gave him the choice too, one or two things.
Yeah.
It's a good strategy.
You know what I'm saying?
Amazing, man.
Get a little
He was
ultimatum.
like, I can't really pose to you, but I give you the follow.
I don't know you enough to post your project.
Yeah.
Because what if he co-signed some bullshit? So I got that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he just posted a project and it was ass as fuck? I get that. But
He's like, I mean, that one verse was hard, but I have no idea how
didn't
this
hear your
whole
body
EP
of work. You know what I'm
was gonna
saying?
be.
So yeah,
I don't have to listen to your album to follow you, so here you go.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
So we already mentioned his name, but I do want to just reiterate, Sci-Hi, your name's been brought up probably more times than anyone else's name on this podcast.
Eastside.
Tane Runo already promised us that he would hit you up to do the episode, but letter in, I'm going to ask you the same thing. Will you contact Sci-Hi and ask him to do an interview?
I will. I'll text him.
We're shooting our shot now. We're taking your advice.
I got you. I hit him
Thank
up.
you.
I hit him
Thank
up.
you.
I can't make no promises that he'll come do it.
Of course.
But because he's a busy man. But I hit him up.
He was one of the people, just like you actually originally, that said, yeah, I'm down to do an interview. And then like
Never.
you actually are here now today. So I'm thinking that this Sci-Hi one's going to happen.
It might happen.
Because he already agreed to do it.
Manifestation.
Because he found us through one of our social content clips that we posted where someone was shouting out him as like their favorite rapper and inspiration.
Was that Dre?
And Dre started just spitting like crazy Sci-Hi bars. He just started like rattling off his favorite Sci-Hi bars. Sci-Hi commented like just, the typical like fire emojis or some shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo,
Bro.
let's do an interview. And he like liked the message, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
I feel like
he basically agreed.
I feel like he'll do it. I feel like y'all, if you
We're
keep,
in Stone Mountain too, by the
press
way.
the issue.
He's
I
here.
feel like he's somebody.
Full court press.
Press the issue. I feel like he's somebody that kind of just gets caught up in what he got going.
Oh, he's got a little bit going on.
I feel like when he makes the time and you catch him at that right time,
Yeah.
he'll slide.
Most definitely. So what's next? So obviously the Eastside General, this will be airing probably like sometime later in August of this month. But that was last year.
Right.
So like,
3.5 more years, or what are we thinking?
what are we doing, bro?
Nah, I'm about to pop outside again real soon.
Can you tell us anything?
I can tell you that a new body of work is on the way.
Okay.
Do we have a name?
I can't say the name yet.
God. Is this Series A telling you can't say it, or is this you?
It's me.
Ah, god dang.
It's me.
I just wanted to blame the label.
It's simply because every title that I choose, it always comes to me in like random like moment. And this title hasn't came to me just yet.
Okay, so it's not there yet.
It's not there yet.
Okay.
But it's coming.
Should we come up with one right now? I mean, you want to brainstorm a little bit?
But nah,
I'm playing.
The project is done.
Okay, so the body of work itself is done.
I'm shooting visuals to have the whole rollout coming.
Okay.
And
How does it compare like sonically? Can you give us any kind of insights
Man.
on how it sounds? Like,
massive
overall?
fucking growth. It's disruptive. It's undeniable. It's unpredictable.
Ooh,
And that's the best way I could put it.
that was fire.
Who are some of the producers that we can expect on the project?
Man, Super Mario, Honorable C Note, Winner Circle,
Shit.
How can you go wrong?
fucking Perfect 10.
Let's go.
It's getting crazy in there.
Amazing, man. Well, yo, you've had such a cool story so far, but like you said, like, you're not even.
Hold on. Can't forget Levi Bandito.
Let's go. Keep it going.
And see it real. You know
Let's
what I'm
go.
saying? Rest in peace, little kid. You did what I'm saying?
Yes, perfect. But yeah, amazing stories so far. Can't wait to see where you take this shit. You have entered a final segment of the One More Time podcast. Henry, where the fuck are we at?
Eastside General, this motherfucker, man.
This is the Rapid Fire Rampage. It's going to be a 3-part rampage, Em. I hope you're ready for this. I'm going to hit you with some short answer questions for the first part, real simple.
Okay.
We're going to do a little this or that on the second part.
Okay.
2 choices, you pick one.
Okay.
Last section is going to be a little word association. I'm going to give you one word, and you just give me the first thought off the top of your head right back at me.
Okay. All right, bet.
It's going to be a great time.
Let's do
Are you
it.
buckled in?
Let's do it.
Episode 67 with the letter M. This is the Rapid Fire Rampage. M, if you were forced to go by a different letter, what would you choose and why?
Fuck, man.
What is this, Wheel of Fortune?
All right. Fuck, I'll go with a B so I could be worth a fucking billion.
Hey,
Letter B.
I like that. You know?
Tell us, if you were a beverage, what would you be and why?
I'd be tequila Bitches like tequila.
They love it. Casamigos specifically, is that what you'd be? A big giant bottle of Casamigos?
Reposado, all that, all that, what I'm saying? Whichever one.
Casamigos overrated. He'd be some legit non-celebrity endorsed shit, I think.
Well,
But
okay.
Maybe Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Diddy ran
Maybe
shit.
some Deleon or whatever it is.
Diddy, something like that.
Maybe some Terramana, like The
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah.
You know, you could maybe meet. I'm just saying.
this is okay. We're moving on from that question.
This is not rapid.
Y'all are disappointing me.
My
with
bad.
that.
My bad.
You can have dinner with any 3 people, alive or dead. Who are they?
Alive or dead.
One dinner.
Fucking Andre 3000. Frank Ocean. Tupac.
Wow. To be
Hard to beat that.
Great meal.
Indeed. Talent. Work ethic. Money. Pick 2.
Work ethic. Money.
He'll be bad all day. Take that money and the
Fuck that
hard work.
talent.
Because shit, the talent can come later.
Yeah, well. Okay.
And talent is so much more subjective. Everything takes hard work.
Yeah.
And we all love money.
Exactly.
So,
Because
there
if
we
you're
go.
working hard at something, that can become your talent.
That's true.
But talent and work ethic could equal money. That's the slept on answer.
True.
I'm going to keep that one running back for the
He's
for
like,
the podcast. You can't change your answer, by the way. I see you looking at me.
It's locked in, M. Sorry, B.
I'm not changing it.
Sorry, B.
I'm standing on it.
I'm calling him
Sorry,
B,
B.
from now on.
Standing on it.
Let her
No,
be.
Slim,
Let her
actually.
be.
But hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Boom.
Facts.
That's true. God dang it.
Drop me a bomb.
Yep.
What do you do to get your mind off music? What's your favorite non-music hobby?
I like to skate. Cascade.
Cascade Kid. Yeah.
Roller
Nice.
skating.
Yeah.
There we go.
I like roller
You'll
skating.
go to All American right there?
I would. I used to go there too.
Yeah. Nice.
East side shit.
Yeah, I know about it. Is a thumb a finger?
No.
The third biggest ever Mega Millions was just hit. What would you do with the money?
I don't think I should tell anybody.
That's a good answer.
Okay. Yeah, no, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Just let the minds wander.
He'll have to kill us if he tells us.
Exactly. I'll tell you, you gotta die.
Yep.
If you could be any age forever, what age would you pick and why?
35.
And why?
Because I just feel like that's the perfect middle age of life. To just, you know what I'm saying? Like you got good enough into adulthood, but you're not too young to do what you want to do. And then you also are old enough to have some type of wisdom and knowledge and experience to, segue through life. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Love it.
Love it.
Letter B, on average,
God dang it.
how many times do you look at a text before responding to it? And you can't lie.
Is a lot in answer.
Between 5 and 10?
10.
Wow.
It's very bad
I hear
because
you.
I'm a mental responder.
Yeah.
And I do a lot when I'm doing shit. So it's like I could be about to respond to your text, but then something might happen in
Something
real
else
life, or a thought might happen in real life, and I'm like, I just flip straight out of the text thread and I go to something else. I'm like, yo, and then
Listen.
it's just not happening.
That's why I asked that question. I think a lot of us are like that now. Sadly.
So it's more so that he's easily distracted. He's not actually like thinking so
not-
hard about
No.
the answer.
Not saying
for
fuck
sure.
you. You know what I'm saying? Because
For
that's
sure.
like a total fuck you. Like, bro, you just look totally at my message. and
Yeah.
just didn't-
Right.
yeah, no.
Damn.
What are 3 things we'll find in your fridge right now?
He like
fine.
looked at me for approval. I'm like, I don't know what's
fine.
in your fucking fridge,
You'll
bro.
you'll find lemonade.
Okay.
You'll find some sandwich meat,
Okay.
and you'll find some chicken.
That'll work. You have to donate a body part to science. Which body part do you choose to donate to science?
My kidney.
That's like a very smart answer. Because can't you like
I think you
live
need your
without
kidney.
like?
I think you need it, but I let him.
Don't you have like 2 kidneys? I don't know.
You're thinking of
What am I thinking of?
something else, I think.
You don't even know.
I don't.
Don't come for me when like
All right,
it's
all right.
possible.
Last one of the short answer. What is your favorite curse word?
Bitch.
Perfect.
Part one of the
Part
rampage.
one, doing great.
Great answers.
Yep.
Loving this pace that we got going so far. Let's see if we can keep it up in part two. It's the this or that.
Shut your ass up. I'm sorry. I didn't do it.
Don't talk about my sound effects like that.
Then he did it again.
Yeah.
One more time, Henry.
No.
The other
One
one.
more time.
And then,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah,
there we go. This is not rapid anymore. We've taken 30 seconds just to.
Okay, speeding it back up here.
Yep.
Rapping or singing?
Singing.
Slow beats or fast beats?
Slow.
Stacks or ad libs?
Stacks.
Hooks or verses?
Hooks.
Keys or strings?
Strings.
Become a full-time dancer or leave the music industry?
Leave the music industry.
Write a song about fluffy ponies or a song about monkeypox?
Run that back, Turbo.
A song about fluffy ponies or a song about monkeypox? Could be like an awareness song.
Monkeypox.
Yeah, I think it's a good choice.
In today's climate, yes.
It's fluffy ponies. Why the fuck am I?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know how monkeypox is going to work its way into
man.
a song, but
man.
That's what makes it a great question.
Could work.
it is.
Letter B, you have to either fight.
This shit is hilarious.
You have to either fight an angry 15-foot anaconda or 15 angry koala bears.
Me and the anaconda could go at it. Because the 15 angry koala bears
Yeah.
probably rip me apart in like 5 seconds. I could figure out some smart shit with that big ass anaconda.
If they separate, and they go like
Oh
on
yeah,
all
they
sides,
surround me. It's
over
done.
with.
It's fucking
for
done.
sure.
They get in the tree.
What, they have
They get in the
strategy
tree.
now?
They get in the tree. I can't climb the trees. as
Maybe
fast
that's
as you.
true.
Good answer. Nice teeth or nice legs?
Teeth.
Too much salt.
Well, yeah, you got a pretty good set of pearly
chompers.
whites
Some
there.
chompers.
Yeah,
Some nice chompers.
exactly. He's got a nice smile.
For sure. I was talking on, well, I didn't specify, but I was thinking of on your significant other. Anyway,
I was thinking on the letter B.
you can either have too much salt or no salt.
No salt.
Be inside a porta potty when it's tipped over or lose 3 weeks off your life.
Lose 3 weeks off my life. Fuck that porta.
Man, he doesn't want it.
Straight on it.
Shit. So far, it's 100% 3 weeks off the life. Life doesn't mean much to people, I guess. Anyway, permanently charged phone or permanently fueled car?
Permanently fueled car.
Move to France or move to Montana?
Montana.
Legalize all drugs or legalize dueling between consenting adults?
Legalize all drugs. Fuck. Fuck out of here. I'm dead.
Slim, are we going to eat ranch dressing?
The smooth changing of the name.
I know. It's nice.
This is different.
Yeah.
Are we going to eat ranch dressing with every meal or never have ranch dressing again?
Never have ranch dressing again.
It's gone. Last one of the this or that. A guaranteed headlining tour around the southeastern United States or a 75% chance of a global headlining tour.
I'll take the 75.
Going for it.
I'm like that.
Let's go.
I'm like that.
Part two.
Amazing.
Great job.
Yep.
like
Listen, you could go down in rapid fire rampage history if this last portion sticks up to the level that you have set so far.
Yeah, listen.
This is the word association.
I'm here.
One word at you, one right back. Hip hop.
Wayne.
Nice. Hamburger.
Cheeseburger.
Riches.
Wealth.
Family.
Loyalty.
Auto-tune.
Death to auto-tune.
Sweat.
Perspiration.
God.
Baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
Perp.
Double cup.
Microphone.
Styrofoam. Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it.
It rhymes, kind of.
All I did was flip your last question with this answer.
And made a bar out
Yeah,
of
you
it.
did what I'm saying. Yeah. Think about it. Play
fire.
it back. Play it back.
He's got so many points for that.
Roach.
Nat.
Twin.
Synonym.
Strip club.
Magic City.
Flow.
Flowly Ghost.
Flavor.
Kool-Aid.
Lil.
Young.
Op.
Spin.
Love.
Reciprocate.
Ninja.
I got a katana in my crib right now.
Wow. Wow. How'd you know, Henry?
Had a feeling.
Some good research on your part.
Yep. Cryptocurrency.
Want to do more research?
Smart answer. Podcast.
Love them. The right ones. The good ones. One more time.
Thank
One
you.
more time.
Sheesh.
Ad lib.
Yeah.
Contract.
Sign for the right amount. Right terms.
Of course.
Right logistics.
Smooth.
Criminal.
East Side.
General.
Let's go.
What a rampage.
We've had the East Side General in the building, the letter M. Go check out that EP, and the next one hopefully will be on the way soon.
On the
Indeed.
fucking way.
Once
Yes.
again, amazing story so far, bro. Love what you're doing. Keep it up.
Love what y'all doing, man.
Enjoyed it, man.
Appreciate it.
y'all
That's
for
love,
having me.
man. Henry, until next week, what are we doing?
Getting out of here.
We're getting out of here. Peace.
Pop that shit like one more time. They pop that one more time. Pop that shit like one more time. They pop that one more time. Hop up in that foreign skirt, no. All the homie, this shit tripping, no. Middle finger to the law.